sing on sand drum. They will not sit or hit this drum out of respect for where it came from. The women gave us this big drum right here. So out of that respect, they look at it as themselves, and we look at it as a woman, a living being. So you'll never see anyone at our drum group just hitting this drum for no reason, hitting it hard, or some people act really crazy and they want to get crazy on the drum. Never. We have that teaching, that respect, that love, that recognition as to what this really is. It's a living being right here. Whenever I gave my uncle tobacco, I asked him, "Can you name my drum for me?" He was just excited, but he was happy. He's like, "Yeah, nephew, yeah." So I gave him that tobacco and we sat there and we were at a powwow. Some people will say that a powwow is not a ceremony, but if they got that spirit fire at the powwow, it's a ceremony. There was a fire there. I gave him that tobacco offering. I asked him to bless this drum. This drum's name is Thunder Being. It's a spirit that's inside of here. You see right here, there's blueberries on this drum. I feast this drum. Give this drum drinks of water even. Some water right now, just to show you what I mean. Just a little bit. Just rub it in. Give that grandpa a drink. That was the biggest difference between these two drums that I was looking for. The women could play this one, but they will not play this one out of respect from where it came from. There was a young lady. The village was under attack, and she submerged herself underwater. They say it was for 4 days and for 4 nights. But during that time, she had a vision about this big drum. So when the village was left, she got out of the water and it was destroyed. She went to look for her people. She still had this right here. This vision. She brought it to life. She went to her leaders and she said, "What are we going to do with this drum? When we were under attack, I had this vision about this drum." They already had their big drum. So they said, "Go offer that to the Ojibwe people as a peace offering. Bring that to the Ojibwes." So she did. From that peace offering, we have powwow drums. This is a powwow drum, ceremonial drum. I use this drum at different ceremonies. We have a big drum society that's mainly in Minnesota right now. But that big drum society is with the Meday Society, medicine people. Very, very, very special drums. That big drum and that water drum, they work together to help our people heal. I haven't been to a big drum society yet meeting, but I'm gonna go soon just to experience it. So you guys should get inspired to expose yourselves more to culture. When I was your guys' age, I didn't have this opportunity. That right there, that was not in our schools. Schools, 7 grandfather teachings. I had culture 30 minutes a week. That's pathetic. This right here saved my life. If we would focus on this more in school, I'd be better off right now. I'm still better off right now, but I would be better. I'd be a stronger individual. At times, I didn't really know how to cope with things. But my culture, our culture, helped me do that. I learned how to cope with things properly. I learned how to heal properly. Because of these drums, because of our culture, they all work together. Just like now, there's different times where people's loved ones pass away in the community. They don't know who to call. Oh, man, Grandpa just passed away. Who's gonna sing? We can't call our uncles. We don't even know where they're at. Oh, what about that one kid from Dunseith? Oh yeah, those two young guys there. Yep. And they call me and my cousin. We're all over the res, singing everywhere. Doesn't matter, just for the love of our people, we do that. There's times where people want to give us money to go and do that. Out of respect, we won't turn it down because maybe that's all they have to offer. They might not have this. This is the proper gift. Blanket, proper gift. Tobacco is a proper gift for those things. They might not have that. They might only have a $100 bill. That would be very disrespectful of me to say, I'm sorry, I can't take the only thing you have to offer me, and we're singing for your loved one. But you'll never see us or hear us say, well, we need $200 to show up or else we're not going to sing for your grandpa. Never. That's the love that we have for our people. I could care less if somebody gave me tobacco or not. If somebody in that family said, we need you to be there, I'm there. That's that love. Make it easy. Nabishkage, Zaki, because he represents love. So you guys and young ladies, carry that with you.
If you're needed at the office.
Show as much love as you can to each other, because that's important. Be nice to each other, be kind. Like I said, we didn't have this whenever I was growing up. A culture presentation in school like this, oh man, it'd be blizzarding outside. Really, blizzarding. Are there any questions that you guys might have for me? And that song comes from one of our veterans. He was out in war, and he was really, really sad. During that time, he was humming this melody, and these words came to him. He was overseas when this happened. So we got that translation. And whenever he prayed on it, that song came, and it literally saved his life in battle. Not saying that they couldn't kill him or that there was like a special power on him, but that song itself brought him home. And he was able to share that with us. And now we still sing that song to this day. Veterans. I'll sing that song really quick actually for you. I'll do one push-up. That's one push-up of that veteran song. Ich bin Ming Baba Ayayan Ingan Dagoshin Oma Aking. Up above in the sky, they're arriving to a foreign land. Talking about how our people were wrongfully forced to go and fight wars that we had no business in. Killing innocent people. For what? That's what that song was about. That guy was so scared, he was so sad. We're in a foreign land. These people are trying to kill us for what? We're trying to kill them for what? So that song saved him, brought him back here. Because whatever was happening, they wanted to protect him, they wanted to protect that song, they wanted those injustices to be talked about. Here today, I'm talking about him. And that was probably 60 to 70, maybe even 80 years ago, during one of the world wars. Probably longer than that, if it was during the world wars. But yeah, my elders shared that song with me, and depending on who you ask, those were the translations we're talking about. Arriving in a foreign land, we're arriving there. They went there most of the time by plane. They should have named like the club, they were flying over there. So, yeah, man, that's my favorite song to sing. There's a lot of history behind it, a lot of meaning. Just better. I don't know. You have a connection to something, you can do it better, you sing it better, it sounds better. Are there any other questions pertaining to culture, pertaining to these drums? I think both of these drums. This drum right here started off with this hexagon. I don't even know what kind of wood this is. I think this is a cherry wood. Pretty sure this is a cherry, or it might be a cedar wood. I started by soaking the skin of the animal. This is an elk hide, so I soaked this elk hide for 24 hours. Normally, I would have rawhide lacing for it. I didn't have any more lacing, so I had to make do with this sinew. Sinew is not ideal. You can tell it's kind of wearing and tearing already. So, as I'm making that drum, it'll soak for 24 hours, tie it up. After it's tied up like this, I'll put something around the sides usually just to keep it down. Then it'll finish drying for 4 days. Once it's done drying in 4 days, it's ready to use. And that 4 days is like hibernation for a drum. You let it sleep while it's drying, sleeping. This drum was the same process. I soaked my buffalo hides. I don't know what kind of lacing this is. I think this is a steer or a cow lacing, but I soaked that too. And this cherry frame, I painted it, put that red stripe around it. And after 24 hours, I put this one down with the rough side facing up. Then I put my wood on there, this one down, carefully tied it up. I'm an artist, you guys. So I really try to make things like to the best of my abilities. This drum is perfect. If there's anything like this bothered me. This really bothered me because I'm a perfectionist. But I use it every day to remind myself nobody's perfect. So you guys have a great day.